Welcome back to Inside the Vault. Andrew Knowlton now from Bon Appetit is here with us, and I do not understand how you can do what you do. You're a food critic. You're in a restaurant probably 6 nights a week, tasting, eating, enjoying. Now, how are you skinny?
You'd think it would be like, where should I eat out? That's what the #1 question would be. No, it's like, how do you stay so thin? And my first thing, I don't eat crap. Like, the food that I'm eating out is usually the higher-end restaurants or ethnic restaurants. Everything's coming straight from the farm into the kitchen and then prepared. There's no kind of high fructose corn syrup, a bunch of that junk. You know, it's not just what you put into your body. You have to exercise, and that's a big part of my routine is running. I mean, I have to run. I mean, I live in New York City where it's expensive and difficult to find exercise outlets, so running is what I do, and I try to run at least 4 or 5 times a day.
You know,
Excuse me, 4 or 5 times.
Wow.
You are like an Olympian. That is fantastic.
He's doing marathons in between food samplings.
Running to one restaurant to the next.
Yeah.
There you go. Now, we have seen lately all these super chefs all getting super skinny. They're losing weight. Now, if they can do it, what are they doing? How is this happening?
Yeah, I think there's been like a shift in the food culture where, and maybe around guys, like it used to be cool, not to be fat, but like the more you could eat, the badder you were. But I think that whole macho kind of aspect of eating more, chefs have kind of realized like they want to be around longer and be cooking food and eating great food. And it's kind of that European sensibility of maybe smaller portions, moderation. And then also meat has almost become, for a lot of people, a condiment. You know, it's not just the huge steak with the potato and the vegetable. Now it's maybe more vegetables and a little bit of steak.
I'm going for taste.
So you want the butter.
I will work
You want the
out.
southern cooking,
Yes.
the fried chicken. You want the whole thing.
I will work out harder. I'm lucky. I think it has a lot to do with just genetics. My cholesterol is good. I eat a lot of butter. I can't help it. That's what I was
Take us through
raised.
some of these chefs, and maybe, you know, some of them have lost
Who've
weight
lost a lot of
and,
weight.
you know, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, there's Art Smith, who was Oprah Winfrey's chef.
I developed type 2 diabetes. My weight had soared to 325 pounds. I had to do something. I was fearful that I was going to have a heart attack. Both doctors said, Art, all you have to do is lose weight.
There he is after.
Wow.
So a huge difference. Again, it goes back to this macho idea. Joe Bastianich and Mario Batali, who are business partners and own restaurants together, both of them, I mean, Joe Bastianich has lost, I want to say 80 pounds running and exercising. There they are. You can see them there. That's Joe on the right and Mario Batali on the left. And look at Joe
wow.
there.
Gosh, they don't even...
Started running marathons, not having a huge bowl of pasta. Diamond Jim Brady was an old philanthropist at the turn of the century. And they say he used to sit down at the table and he wanted to be seated with his belly 6 inches away from the table. And then he wouldn't leave the table until his belly was hitting the table. So it would grow literally.
Oh.
It's a little bit of myth, but I like the story. But that whole way of eating, I think, in the U.S., just the way that, you know, people are watching what they eat. You've got all these reality shows about weight. It's kind of people are becoming aware of it. I just hope people, it's not just about weight loss and like not eating that. It's about enjoying your food. And I think those guys are testament. People who live and breathe food, if they can do it.
We, as a nation, celebrate food. We have a television network
Excess of food.
devoted to eating. Like I think in some countries that would fascinate them. Like, wow, you guys watch food while
You have
you're
that
eating
much food?
food?
Yeah.
Like, welcome to America.
Bottom line, would you rather eat a meal prepared by a skinny chef or a fat chef?
I mean, if you asked me 15 years ago, I would have said a fat chef just because I expect that butter and all the cheese. But I think these days, you know, getting older and my body changing and feeling, you know, soft spots that, you know, a skinny chef, and you can do it now because there's more of a balance between what they're preparing.
I want a fat chef who's eating while he's cooking. This is my kind of chef.
You want your comedians to be funny and you want your chefs to be fat.
There you go.
Yeah.
Coming up next on Inside the Vault. How fit do you have to be a race car driver? Just turn left, right? How hard could that be? Online right now at InsideTheVault.tv, ask the editor. Top experts from Bon Appetit and Wired answering this question. Would you rather run the Boston Marathon, climb Mount Rainier, or sail the America's Cup? The answers and more exclusive content at InsideTheVault.tv.